you up decades later to hundreds of thousands of dollars. You look at your account, put in the work, and realize reality looks nothing like the promise. The numbers are barely moving. That discrepancy is a math problem nobody wants to discuss. Compound interest has a floor. There is a minimum threshold below which compounding does absolutely nothing for you in your daily life. At $50 a month in an index fund earning 8%, your 12th month yields just $4 in interest. You spent more on coffee this week. The math compounded perfectly, but the microscopic output feels completely invisible. This is the exact moment most people quit. They hit this wall, assume the entire concept of investing is overhyped, and stop contributing. Compounding didn't fail them. They just gave up during the invisible years. Tracking two investors over 30 years at an identical 8% return, the $50 a month investor reaches $74,000, but the $400 a month investor reaches nearly $600,000. The only variable changing is the monthly input. When beginner investors see their balances moving slowly, they usually misdiagnose the problem. They assume their return rate is too low. To fix it, they move their money away from broad index funds and start chasing speculative stocks or crypto, desperately trying to double their returns to 15 or 16%. Look at this 10-year graph. Investing $200 a month at 8% yields $37,000. Doubling that to 16% reaches $52,000. You chased massive yield, but your reward is only a $15,000 difference. Consistent 16% returns require severe volatility. One bad year can wipe out half your portfolio, causing investors to panic sell. But leaving the return at a safe 8% and increasing the contribution to $350, over that same 10 years, you reach $64,000. You generated more wealth in the same time frame while taking on significantly less risk. In the early stages of wealth building, your personal savings rate is doing the heavy lifting. The math of compounding on a small balance is heavily dictated by your inputs, not your yields. Every investor goes through the contribution phase. This is the initial grind, where your manual savings, your ability to cut expenses, and your income growth dictate the entire size of your portfolio. You are the engine. The turning point is the compounding phase. Your balance gets large enough that the math begins to run ahead of you, and your investments start doing more work than you are. This gauge shows the transition. Historically, momentum takes over between $100,000 and $150,000. At $100,000, an 8% return automatically generates $8,000 a year. The snowball metaphor becomes reality. Treat early investing years as a sprint toward that six-figure mark. Crossing it as fast as responsibly possible allows the mathematical threshold to activate. To get there, audit your spending this month. Find a way to increase your monthly investment by exactly $50. Cut a subscription, delay a purchase, or sell something you don't need. An extra $50 a month invested at an 8% return creates an additional $29,000 over 2 decades. It is a tiny adjustment with a massive mathematical consequence. Treat that contribution like a fixed, non-negotiable bill. Set up an automatic transfer on the exact day you get paid. If you wait to invest whatever is left over at the end of the month, you will invest nothing. This flowchart illustrates how to handle income growth. When you get a raise, divide it in half immediately. Route 50% to your lifestyle and 50% directly to your investments. Your life improves, but you bypass full lifestyle creep. Never compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 15. When you see someone generating thousands a month in returns, they had years of boring, invisible, frustrating growth before that happened. You just didn't see that part. Compound interest is the ultimate reward reserved for those who survive the boring, invisible phase of early contributions. Stay in the game long enough for the math to tip in your favor.